Next is from Jackie Jones, and the subject is Goldberg and Scott Hall. I know that you guys have been getting hounded by WCW backstage questions, so here's another. Can either Disco or Conan give a few stories about Scott Hall and Goldberg having backstage heat? I've read that Hall used to drive Goldberg nuts to the point that Bill would get physical. So can you guys tell any stories about it? Also, there's been a long time dirt sheet myth that Hall used a real cattle prod during that finger poke of doom show. If you go back and look at it, Goldberg seems to try to kick at Hall and it catches everyone else by surprise. Fake news? The last part there I know nothing about. Number one, I know that Scott Hall, Hall rubbed Goldberg the wrong way. I
will say this, because I used to hang out with them back then, so did Disco. They riled him up because he was easily rileable.
Right.
And I think he took himself a little bit too seriously. So, of course, when you do that around the boys, bro, it's on and popping. And they're going to with you until, and Scott would break you down and with you. And, bro, I love Scott to death. He helped me out a lot. I loved hanging out with him, Pac too, he's a genius, but he would bust your balls old school style like Kurt Hennig would and all those old timers would. And if you couldn't take it and Goldberg couldn't take it back then, they just with you more. That's how I saw it. How about you, Disco?
So,
did you not hear what I just said?
Here's the other thing too that I heard. That their heat started. I'm not sure the accuracy is, but remember when Hall used to date Emily Sherman, that office girl?
Who's Paul?
He used to date the Emily girl that worked in the office.
Scott,
right?
the blonde girl that she was. What was that guy's name?
Brad Siegel.
Yeah, she was niece.
Yeah, she used to travel with us, bro.
Yeah.
Right. So, they were dating.
Right.
And I'd heard that, they were having problems or something, and Hall made maybe an anti-Semitic joke to her comment, and I think that was the first thing that turned Goldberg off to Hall.
Okay.
And I think they never, they were always
after that. It was
Goldberg's opinion of Hall from that point was always that's what I heard.
I can see Hall drunk and mad.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. But this back then when we weren't politically correct too.
Right.
So it's
see, because
there's tons.
In interviews with Hall, he's always said he doesn't know where it started, and he would say, "I was the first guy to, I saw him standing alone in the airport when he was first on the road, and I took him in. I had a free car, I showed him where the gyms were, and then he said, and Nash was with him. They said that they actually hooked up Goldberg with Barry Bloom, who got him his big contract. So they're Hall and Nash are kind of why would he have a problem with us? We hooked him up. We took care of him when he was a rookie. So they seem to not know.
Well, they did with him. So I don't know where it started though, but they did with him. There's no doubt about that.